What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. All right, today on Tips or Two with Lyndon, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to continue on with the conversation we had yesterday. Yesterday we talked about how your there is growth in the struggle. We talk about there's growth in the struggle. Today, like I said, one of the things that is included in this struggle is decision making. A lot of people struggle with making decisions, and we're going to talk about how your decisions affect not only you. So today on Tips or Two, we're going to be covering how your decisions not only affect you. All right, so as you hopping in here, if you're jumping on here live, I appreciate you hopping in here. Let me know where you're viewing from. Even if you're watching the recording of this, let me know where you're viewing from. And as you're doing that, I'm going to be saying hello and greeting a couple people, but let me do exactly my purpose of providing these lives that I do, stuff like that. My goal is help marketers, online marketers, offline marketers, get rid of that stinking thinking to be able to get that breakthrough in their online and offline businesses. That's what I do. I love to be able to help marketers see success in their business, and I'm more of a mindset type of guy, because to help people realize that it's in your mind. It's the only thing that's stopping you become successful, and anything you want to do is up here. Once you can break through to this, you'll realize you can accomplish anything. So I love to be able to do that. Tell you a little bit about myself as everybody's letting me know where they're viewing from. I myself is here in sunny Dallas, Texas right now. It is feeling good, and I think it's almost 70 degrees where I am. I know I'm enjoying it. I won't complain, especially after being underneath 20 degrees like 3 days ago. That's just Texas weather. But to give you a little insight about me and why I do what I do, when I was growing up, I used to always borrow money from my dad. I asked my dad to give me stuff. He told me I had to pay him back. I didn't want to pay him back, so I started working. I started working at the age of 16 because I wanted to make my own money. And realizing how powerful it was to be able to make your own income, I wanted to be able to become financially independent. So guess what? I started working. By the age of 20, I was working 3 jobs because I didn't want to work for anybody forever. So I'm thinking I'm going to get all my money together. Only I wasn't a big saver, but I ended up struggling because what happened was I fell asleep behind the wheel of the car about 10 seconds from my house. And I'm smart enough not to have car insurance, and I had to start completely over. So now I had to get a new car. I had to figure out how I was going to get back and forth to work until I got the new car. And during that time, when I actually been able to somewhat get back on my feet based on the little bit of money, a couple of $100 I saved after working 3 jobs, yes, I was introduced to network marketing, and it changed my life. I really viewed, I was like, man, I've always wanted to be my own business. I wanted to have my own business doing this. So I really enjoyed the concept of what network marketing could provide for a person. My only deal was I was told about this fantasy lifestyle, this magical, if 3 get 3 and 3 more people get 3 and you'll be making 5 or 10,000. I believed in that, but there was nothing to back that up. After being with the company for several years, I didn't see those results. I saw a couple of $100s with the amount of years, and for me, I pointed the finger at the company. I was like, maybe I need to get with a company that actually showed me how to do this thing that I could start doing. But I realized it wasn't the company, it was me. And a few years ago, I was introduced to attraction marketing, which actually changed my life. It changed my concept. It changed everything that I had. It changed my life, period. It really did. Not only my business, but it changed my life. And I'm really appreciative for being introduced to this platform. But a lot of things of what I do is learn how to grow my business through this strategy to be able to, and I love to be able to share different things, help other people experience and do the same thing, start getting breakthroughs and success in their businesses as well. So one of the concepts I'm going to talk to you today is about something that I learned and this is not only a marketing type thing. This is going to help you in a breakthrough in your life as well as your business, stuff like that. So let's get right into it. You got a little bit about me, so we're going to go right into it, this thing. How your decisions affect not only you. Your decisions not only affect you. All right, so if this is your first time hopping on live, once again, my name is Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com. I appreciate you hopping in here. One thing I ask you to do, if you get value from this, and only if you get some value from this, share this out. For those of y'all that may be hopping on here that's already live right now, join it with me. If you know the kind of value, the content I provide, if it's valuable to you, go ahead and hit that share button. Share this thing out to a couple of groups, a few people. Invite a couple of people to hop on and see this with you as we go through here, because this is going to give a lot of people a few breakthroughs. Hopefully give you some eye openers, especially for a few prospects that you may have. Even your prospects. I'm not trying to take your prospects, but understand this. I want them to have the concept to be, I wanted to make this a little easier for you. All right. So invite a couple of folks out. Let's hop right into it. How your decisions not only affect you. Let me ask you a question. Okay. How do you think your decisions affect those around you? A lot of people, when it comes to decision making, the first thing that people think about, the first person people think about is themselves. How whatever their decisions they make affects themselves. So a lot of people have a lot of selfish thoughts and selfish thinking, and they don't think before they take action on a lot of things about anything else around them outside of their own personal being. Okay, so I'm going through a couple of things. So stick with me to the very end because I want to share something with you. All right, one of the things is family. I want you to realize how your decisions affect your family. And I'm going through a couple of scenarios, couple of examples here. All right, I want you to think about how bad financial spending affects your family. How bad financial spending affects your family. If you squander your paycheck, you get a paycheck, you go to a job, you work however many hours, 40, 60 hours a week. A lot of people working overtime and stuff like that, and you work the butt to the bone. And no, it's no doubt that you should be able to enjoy your paycheck. But what if a lot of people live equal to above their means. So a lot of times they have very little money left after they're done paying the necessities. Okay, so what happens when you begin to spend, when you begin to spend bad? You're not frugal with the income that you get based on the things that you need to spend it on. Okay, that affects your family. It makes it very difficult for your family to be able to do things. Your family want to do things, go places, get things for the home, or maybe there's even maintenance for the home, for the car. But if you happen to squander your money, that affects your family. It makes a huge difference. Okay, so making bad financial decisions affect those around you in your family, in your own home. It's the same thing with the good. If you make great decisions to be able to keep income coming in, whether it's a saving, whether it's investments or anything like that, it makes a huge difference in that as well. Okay, that makes a big difference. Doing those type of things that actually brings a family together. One of the things that breaks up a lot of marriages and families is money. So what happens when if money's not a problem, that's one less thing on the table you have to worry about financial spending. That's one less thing you have to worry about having a problem in home. But making great decisions makes a huge difference as well. You find a family that's a lot more happy. Perhaps you spend a lot more time together. You're able to do a lot more things together. You're not at if your children want to do something, you want to take your children somewhere. You're not at a point where you just say, well, I can't do it even if you really want to. Okay, so your spending makes a huge difference with your family at home. Okay, another one, friends, and we're just talking decision making. Okay, and I love giving examples because it puts people in the realm of, I've been in this situation before, I've been in this scenario. That's why I love giving examples. Okay, so decision making with your friends, how it affects your friends. I wanted to give you an example of people drinking. Perhaps you go out party, hang out with your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, whatever it may be, whether it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be, and you're hanging out, and let's say you have too much to drink. Guess what? If you've got real good friends, the thing that what happens is those people, you're now dependent on those people to take care of you. That puts them in a predicament, an uncomfortable predicament of having taken care of a person that can't take care of themselves because they're inebriated to the point that they can't do anything. It's crazy. You put your decision making of doing something like that puts them in a bad position. Likewise, one of the areas that I grew up in, growing up, it was bad with drugs and gangs and stuff like that. So I had seen that type of thing. So I want you to imagine if you've even been in this scenario before. I haven't, and I'm glad I haven't. But if you happen to be, how many of y'all have heard that saying, you in the wrong place at the wrong time? You're at the wrong place at the wrong time. You happen to be in the car with somebody that's carrying some drugs and you don't know it, or carrying a weapon and you don't know it. It's not licensed, it's not prescribed, anything like that. You happen to get pulled over, police want to search the car for whatever reason, and they find these drugs, they find these guns or whatever, and guess what? Now the charge sits on everybody that's in that vehicle. Regardless of one person says mine don't do it, if they don't do it, but you in the wrong place at the wrong time. Your decision making to do something like that affected your friends in a negative way. It's the same thing in a positive, okay? I want you to truly understand how your decisions affect those people around you. It makes a huge difference. Your decision making really does. Okay, so let's think coworkers. I give an example of my job. One of the things that happens when a lot of people, when you go to work to do your job, specific job, you leave and you go home. So what happens when you make a decision to say, I'm not going to go to work today, I'm going to stop? Now, it's different if you quit. What's going on, Mr. Kenneth? Appreciate you hopping in here. And you make a decision to say, I'm going to call in. I'm not going in to work. I'm going to call in and say, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm just going to decide I'm not going to go to work today. I don't feel like I called in sick, whatever. Guess what? The type of job that I have, what happens is that work still has to be done. So what do? They distribute their workload to everybody else to make sure that that volume still gets out. That puts more stress and more work on everybody else. Your decision making can actually affect your coworkers, those around you. If you're not pulling your weight, perhaps an office has a certain number of phone calls or sales or particular sales that they have to make. So what happens if you continue not to pull your weight? It's affecting those around, it's making those around you work even harder just to make sure you get those numbers. So it makes a huge difference, right? And once again, the decisions you make not only affect you. Let's talk business. How many of y'all thought about going into a joint venture? You have a business partner. I mean, you can think real estate, you can think accounting, you can think a law firm, anything. A lot of people go into partnerships and stuff like that. And one bad decision can cost you a company. It can cost you a partnership. It can cost you thousands, if not everything you own, on one bad decision. A great decision can make you millions. You never know. There's good along with the bad. I don't mean to just point out the bad, but I want you to really understand the decisions that you make affect the people around you. Okay? Once again, like I said yesterday, we talk about there's growth. There's growth in what did I say? What was yesterday's topic? There's growth in I forgot the name of the title. I hadn't said it like 3 or 4 times. Anyways. But there's a growth in whatever. I thought it was going to come to me just that quick, but it didn't. But one of those things that a lot of people have is decision making. Okay, and that decision making is it really affects you. Now, I want you. There's one last thing I'm gonna say. It's one last thing, and I really want to put this on your heart. Okay, I want to say, if you got some value, give me some thumbs up, some likes, some hearts. If you're understanding what I'm saying right now, if you're understanding the decision that you make really affect those around you, whether it be family, friends, co-workers, or business partners, give me some thumbs up, some hearts, because I'm about to share something with you that I really want to hit you. I want to hit you like a ton of bricks. Now, how many of y'all have children? How many of y'all, and a lot of people out there, I myself, I don't have my own children. Like I said, I was a foster parent at some point. My wife and I were foster parents, so we were parents. We have nieces and nephews. We have godchildren. So we always have children around you. They may not be your own, but if you have children that are surrounding you that look up to you, okay? I've got a lot of younger guys I call my little brothers that may teens to probably lower 20s now. So I've seen a lot of youth look up to me. Now, I want you to understand this. Realize what I just said. Your children, nieces, nephews, godson, goddaughters, whoever they may be, look up to you. Now, we're talking about how your decisions affect not only you, right? I want you to picture this. Put yourself in this predicament. Your children pay attention to what you do. They see the decisions that you make. As a child, when a child grows up, a lot of times when the children are growing up, they said, I want to become this. I want to be a soccer player. I want to be a baseball player. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. Whatever it may be, they say they want to grow up to be. And the entire time they encourage, you can do that, you can do that. But a lot of times, if it's not what that parent wants to have, what they see fit is happening, once they become a certain age, it's time to get out of that playroom and get into reality. You see your child and they say, he's not that good in sports. He's never going to make it pro. Hey, man, you need to start focusing on your academics. There's nothing wrong with getting an education, but it goes from pushing them toward that dream that they always had to telling them you need to get real and start doing this, get ready to get the job. Now, I'm leading you somewhere. Pay attention, okay? I want you to understand, like I said, your children are watching you and the decisions that you make. So what happens when you're telling this person, you're telling your child to get ready for college, you go to college, you come out, and you get the degree you want to get you in the field, and you go to work in that field that you did. So you go get a job. But each and every day, they see you go to work, and you come home, and you have nothing but negativity. Man, I hate this job. Man, I can't stand this job. I don't want this job. Yet instead, you got a lot of children out there that want to be entrepreneurs, but each and every day they see their parents come home from a job that they dislike, they can't stand, they hate, and all that kind of stuff, and they have such negativity to say about it because it's not what they wanted, not what they expected out of life, and That's all they become to know because they weren't encouraged to continue pushing. They kept watching your decision making. You may have had an opportunity to be able to be a business owner, go into your own business, stuff like that. Believe it or not, your children see that. But what happened? You decided to sit back in your comfort zone and say, you know what? Nah, man, I can get a steady paycheck over here. There's no money guaranteed if I go start my own business. Plus, it costs too much money. It costs too much time. But you hate what you're doing over here. The decisions you're making of not to step out and take care of that, do that thing that you said you wanted to do, is starting to affect your children. It's affecting your offspring because they're paying attention. So what happens, and a lot of people think that has to do with age. How many of y'all know young children repeat everything that they say? I mean, repeat everything that they hear just about, because they're just taking it all in. That's why you hear a lot of children say bad things a lot of times, because they're around those that see things that don't think they pick up on. What happens when your child goes to school and you know they got their career day, and the teacher said, "Hey, what does your mommy and daddy do?" And the kid said, "My daddy, he goes to work for a jerk." And everybody like, huh? He goes, what? He worked for a jerk. Because he's so used to hearing you come home and talk about your boss and down your boss and down your job. But you've got the opportunity to be able to step out of that comfort zone that you're in and make a difference, make a decision that would create a huge abundance for your child. And once again, like I said, they're paying attention. So what happens? Now I want you to put yourself in this scenario now. And they say, I just gave you one of the bad, I want to give you one of the good. What happens when a teacher goes to work and they got their career day and they say, "Hey, what does your mommy and daddy do?" My mommy, my daddy, he goes to work in the office. But he goes to work in the office. Where's his office? He goes to work in the other room in his office in the house. And everybody's like, he goes to work, and your daddy works from home, your mommy works from home. Yeah, his office is over there down the hall. How powerful could that be for your child to be able to, like I said, they repeat everything they say. How powerful could that be for your child to be able to tell someone that my dad, I've got access to my mom and my dad, they're right down the hall from me. They work at home. Because you made the decision to step out. This is a new year. And whether or not you're looking for an opportunity or you have an opportunity. See, a lot of people have decided I was going to join this company, I was going to join this business. They got into the business and they still didn't have enough faith to actually do the business. So a lot of people are actually in companies and aren't doing anything with them, not realizing that they're sitting on gold. You're sitting on gold. You're sitting on the opportunity to be able to provide your household with financial freedom if you just do something with your opportunity. But you're so stuck on, hey, I got to get this paycheck to take care of this stuff. Make a decision that's going to impact those families, those friends, those co-workers, those business partners in a more positive way that could actually have you growing and give you back the life that you wish you always had. The life that a lot of people want. You got I got my mom at home. Something happens to be like, hey, let me call my mom and dad. I know they're at the house. Go on vacation. You got friends that be like, look, man, I know you're doing this business thing and I see that it's working out for you, man. I'm ready to change my life and start moving toward that as well. How can I begin to do that? Friends pay attention to you too. Real friends. Then you begin to help them. What happens when you got those co-workers that you work with? You tell them, hey, I'm doing this thing. Sooner or later, eventually, hopefully, I'm looking for expanding and getting out of here and not having to work for them. You're welcome. I want to show you a couple of things that's going to allow you to be able to get that early retirement as well. Will you check something out with me? You can affect your co-workers' life in a positive way because you are your own, but you made the decision to become a business owner, be able to get that extra income, be able to earn that extra money that you need to be able to walk away from a job that you dislike so much. What happened to that business partner that you're able to spend a lot more time with? You're able to come up and share and express more ideas when they actually expand your business. Got a team, a network. You'll be able to do those things and help a whole lot more people because of a decision that you make to step into entrepreneurship. It's time. It's a new year. I tell people all the time, you don't want to have the same resolution at the end of 2017 that you had in 2016, whether it be fitness, business, or anything else. But if you keep making the same decisions that you did, you're going to have the same outcome. Next year, you're going to be still talking about the job that you hate. Even maybe if you get the opportunity to be able to leave that job, but you still go work for another job. Your objective is not to go from job to job. How many of y'all actually want financial freedom? How many of y'all actually want to not work a job? Any of that. Show of hands, like hearts, any of that. If that's you, like I said, perhaps you've got your own opportunity already. This is not a recruiting video. I want you to know that I can help you grow your business. I want to introduce you to something that can actually help you grow your business, just like it has mine. Like I said, a couple of years ago, I was introduced to this platform that actually educated me on attraction marketing, which helped me begin to actually get results in what I was already doing. It helped me get results in what I was already doing. So I'm not telling you have to stop what you're doing and come join me. I want to give you an opportunity to be able to grow your opportunity. And perhaps you're out there and you say 2017 is a new year and I do want to do something. I'm not doing anything yet, but I am looking for something. Maybe what I have to offer isn't for you. That's completely fine. But it's worth you taking a look to be able to look like, look, I got to have a better from you. And if it's not for you, I know several other people, several other industries, several other businesses, several other niches that I can connect you with to be able to help you create a different outcome for December of 2017. If you're willing to make a decision to make a difference in your life. If you're ready, meet me over at successwithlyndon.com. Shoot me a question. There's free to, you can find out a lot about me over there, man. The About Me page gives you a little bit of information about me. You can check out the blogs, which I give a lot of other free trainings and information and strategies, just like I do this video. There's free training in there for different ways to grow your business using social media, as well as on and online marketing, on and offline marketing, as well as tools to be able to, if you really want to master techniques and stuff like that, information that you can actually make a purchase of to be able to buy those type of things and become better at marketing your own opportunity already. Okay? But it starts with you making the decision, because it affects more than you. A lot of people saying, nah, this isn't for me. Nah, I don't want to do it. I want you to start thinking about that no. Who is that no affecting? Are you still going home talking about how much you hate your job? Or you still, matter of fact, you don't even have to go home and hate your job. How many of you all go home? You have children and you go home and all you can do, you're so exhausted from the day, you just flop down in the chair, you don't want to move. All you want to do is eat something, drink something, and rest. Your children want to play, but like, no, I don't feel like playing. I'll play with you later. Daddy or mommy will play with you later. We'll get with you later. All you want to do is sit back and relax and do nothing else. That takes a toll on your children. Why? I've seen it happen, believe it or not. They start thinking mommy and daddy doesn't like me. Mommy and daddy doesn't have time for me. That makes a difference. The decisions that you're making are making a difference. Get your life back, man. Get your life back. Meet me over at successwithlyndon.com if you got any other questions. If you just want to figure out what's my next step, what do I need to do, shoot me a message here. Ask me a question over at successwithlyndon.com. Get in touch with me some kind of way. Comment down below. Whatever it may be, I've got you. I got some information I can share, but like help you grow your own business or help you get started in a way of doing it. You're going to love the opportunity. You are. I'm not saying you're going to love the business I present. I'm just saying the opportunity to be able to become free. To be able to enjoy life. All right? So this wasn't meant to be some hype pluff, jump up and down. I just want you to realize the decisions that you're making right now are affecting those around you. All right, if you got some value from this, remember I told you, if you got value from this, share this thing out. Only if you got value. Like, comment, show me all that kind of stuff. Share this thing out. I appreciate you all hopping on here. If you got value from this, also I've got several other training and videos that you're able to take a look at over at successwithlyndon.com, and connect with me over at the fan page at facebook.com/Lyndon Britt, the number 2. All right, so y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Appreciate y'all hopping on, and I will see you all tomorrow for Tips at 2 as we roll into the next topic. All right, see y'all later.